We're taking a look at how the winning candidates are celebrating one day after their big wins and what the candidates who came up short are looking to do next.
First, with the biggest race, President-elect Donald Trump has a resounding win in the election, taking crucial battleground states. Right now, he is winning the popular vote also by nearly 5 million.
According to an administration official, President Biden is expected to call Trump before addressing the nation tomorrow. ABC's Perry Russum is at the White House.
Today, after winning the White House, President-elect Trump now preparing for his next 4 years in office.
I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body.
One of the first major decisions for Trump will be filling out his cabinet.
Well, it's far too early to talk about specific positions. The president has put together two great co-chairs of his transition effort, Howard Lutnick and Linda McMahon. They will put a number of options in front of the president, and the president ultimately will go and pick who he wants.
Trump has said he will let Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a vaccine skeptic, go wild on health.
He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go to it.
RFK Jr. today speaking to NPR.
Of course, we're not going to take vaccines away from anybody. We are going to make sure that Americans have good information.
Today, Vice President Kamala Harris calling Trump, congratulating him on the win, discussing the importance of being a president for all Americans. After not addressing her supporters last night, Harris speaking this afternoon.
The light of America's promise will always burn bright.
Republicans with another major win last night, taking the majority in the Senate.
The filibuster will stand. There won't be any new states admitted that give a partisan advantage to the other side. And we'll quit beating up the Supreme Court every time we don't like a decision they make.
We are still waiting to see what the House looks like, but it is possible that Republicans will have control over the White House and Congress, making it much easier for Trump to enact his policies. Perry Russum, ABC News, the White House.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Current Republican State Senator John McGuire is about to have a change in his title.
Yes, he is now the congressman-elect for Virginia's 5th District. He beat Democrat Gloria Witt for the seat.
I tell you, it really is amazing what you can do when you put your differences aside, treat each other with respect and work as a team, and you can turn a no into a yes, and impossible to a possible, and it's a huge honor to be Congressman-elect John McGuire.
Well, Gloria Witt believes our area deserves more. Although she's not going to Congress, Witt says her fight for folks in the 5th District does not end here.
I've always been a community advocate, showing up at school boards, running the NAACP, being in Board of Supervisors meetings. I'm an advocate. I will continue to do that work.
McGuire will be sworn into Congress on January 3rd.
Incumbent Congressman Ben Cline will be heading back to Washington after a decisive 64% of the vote victory. ABC 13 caught up with him following his victory. Cline says he's not backing down on his beliefs or those of his constituents, and that he looks forward to another term representing members in his district.
We believe in less government, lower taxes, and I'll continue to fight for those, but also making sure that a farm bill gets done, for example.
ABC 13 spoke to Kline's opponent, Independent Robbie Wells, Tuesday night. He says he looks forward to working with Cline in the future and that it was an honor to be on the ballot.
For everybody that actually voted for me, understand this. It was just as exciting for me today, going into the precinct, seeing my name there and actually filling in the dot for myself. I was like, wow, this is crazy cool.
ABC 13 has reached out to the third candidate in the race, Democrat Ken Mitchell, multiple times, but we've not heard back.
Now to the 9th District, Republican Morgan Griffith will head back to Washington. ABC 13 caught up with Griffith and his opponent after the results were posted. Griffith vowed to keep up the momentum, working with both Republican and Democrat colleagues to serve the district.
Look, we've always worked across the aisle. Now, we have philosophical differences. So we're not suddenly going to go and say, oh, we'll give you the Green New Deal because we think that's really bad policy. but there are things where we can agree.
Griffith's opponent, Karen Baker, says she's proud of the campaign she ran and plans to make sure Griffith keeps his promises to the district.
My vision included us all working together for our future. I hope we still will, without regard to who's leading us, and I use that term loosely.
Griffith says now that the Senate has a Republican majority, he is optimistic for the future.
Incumbent Tim Kaine will hold on to his Senate seat. Kaine had a decisive victory over Republican challenger Hung Cao.
Senator Kaine is no stranger to that title, of course. He's been a senator in Virginia since 2013. And before that, he was governor from 2006 to 2010. He spent the evening last night thanking the voters for their support. He says they're the reason he's there.
It's you. It ain't candidates. It ain't strategists. It ain't pollsters. It's not slick ad people. It's you.
Kaine says he is excited to continue serving the people and putting Virginia and the country on the path forward.